This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV and BoxNation. With me, I'm joined by Virgil Hunter here in Las Vegas. How are you, Virgil?
Doing great, Mr. Kugan. You?
Very well.
Seemed like I just saw you.
You saw me about 2 weeks ago, I believe, so not that long ago. Yeah, I've had a shave.
Maybe got a big check, huh? Okay. How's everything?
Everything's well. Huge fight week here in Las Vegas. Canelo versus Khan. Canelo favourite in this fight, but are people underestimating Amir Khan too much ahead of Saturday night's fight?
I think the honest answer I can give to that is you just shouldn't underestimate Amir Khan, you know, whether people are doing it or you know, critics, media, but I mean, I wouldn't underestimate him. I mean, it's logical to have him in this position as an underdog because when you look at all the signs, you know, he's only got one thing going for him on paper, right, and speed. That's how they're promoting it. I think he got a little bit more than that, but he should bring a lot to the table Saturday night.
People are contemplating how this fight could go, whether it will go the distance, whether it will be a Canelo stoppage, or if it does go to the points, who would you favour?
If it goes to the points, a lot has happened along the way, you know, and I definitely would favor Amir if it goes to the points. However, it wouldn't be inconceivable that Canelo could win on points because I've seen him win on points before when I thought he lost. So, yeah, I mean, and I saw him win on the judge's scorecard when he fought Mayweather. He was leading the fight. So, I mean, it's not impossible that he can win on points, you know. And it's not impossible that Amir can't hurt him either. You know, they cut him up a little bit and close his eye, you don't see something, and crack. Wouldn't that be a shocker? So it's a lot to look forward to. But I'm confident in Amir, very confident in him.
I asked Amir about, has he thought about what does he do if he's successful Saturday night? Because a lot of questions will be asked then. Does he stay at the weight? Does he go back down to 147? Is that something that you two have discussed?
No, and if I'd have been in there when you asked him the question, I'd have told him, well, he didn't answer it. We got to get past Saturday. Why are you asking him that stuff, man? Setting him up.
No, it's just a natural question. He's fighting for a middleweight title at 155. It's more of a curiosity thing of if he is successful, on Saturday night, what happens after that?
So when
That's not a normal thing to think.
So when you took out Denise, you were looking forward to Sally?
My woman's name's Shirley, so you need to correct that because she'll be wondering who Sally and Denise and whoever else you said
I
us.
think she knows you're an honest man and you know things like that. So don't get on him, Shirley. It's I'm just kind of giving him a scenario what he's giving me.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I can't answer that. I haven't even given it thought. I'd have to lie to you if I answered it. I should be able to answer it Saturday if he wins. You know, I should be able to answer that. But I really can't answer that. I feel like I would be doing him a disservice.
That's fair enough. This week also, Floyd Mayweather has been making not so subtle hints about a potential return to the ring. Is that timed on purpose for this week?
Could be Floyd's way of overshadowing the event. He's very good at that, and put the attention on him, just like it is on the blogs or whatever you call them. That's all they're talking about. They're not even talking about the fight. So it could be a ploy, just to take the focus off the fight because he could do it, you know. But time will tell. I mean, it's perfect timing. That's Floyd. He's learned this sport, you know. I think people should pay attention to how he does that. I mean, he just disrupted the whole fight week with that statement. One statement. and everybody's talking about it. I'm surprised you are. If they already got him fighting GGG and everything, right? Dan Raphael, here's my list of people who I think he should fight, right? But we got Canelo Khan this week. What a disservice. What a slap in the face to Canelo and Khan.
There's very few people in boxing that could make a subtle hint of a statement for it to overshadow. I'm not suggesting that it's overshadowed an actual fight, but that can do that. And I suppose Floyd Mayweather is one of those people.
Yeah. Sure, he's proven that. And whether or not he actually comes back or not, time will tell. I'm sort of a realist. If you back, then I know you back. If you're talking about it, you're talking about it. We all say things and talk about things that never come to fruition. So, personally, I think he's retired because realistically, he's retired. Now, if he comes out, then I'll say he's unretired. But right now, he's retired. So, to talk about it is not to be about it. So, sometimes we talk loud and say nothing. But in this case, I think it was a very savvy public relation media move, and it was very successful.
I want to ask you about last week, Andre Berto's win over Victor Ortiz. How did you assess Andre's performance?
You know, I was really, really proud to be in the corner that night because, you know, we worked on things. He's been written off, but I've seen the growth in him. I've seen what he chose at 32 to embrace that most 32-year-old fighters who have a lot of money wouldn't do, you know, and he has enough money to live the rest of his life very comfortable. But here he is trying to get better and trying to, you know, and getting close to resurrecting his career. I mean, that victory there is very significant in his career because Ortiz's victory over him was the beginning of his downslide, so to speak, and I'm very anxious to get him back for his next fight just to see what that gives him, you know, because he deserves it because of the way he's worked. And then, you know, we worked on that uppercut every day because I felt Ortiz was acceptable to it, and to see it land. Now he sees the work pay off, so that means we're going to get more out of each other.
One fight that the public, the boxing fans, will be looking forward to this year is Andre Ward versus SERGEY KOVALEV. A mouth-watering potential clash there, Virgil.
That's going to be a great fight with a great champion and an inspiring champion. It's going to be a great fight for the public. I don't think any fight this year will be able to top that one because of all the things that surround it, you know. This is the first time, I believe, in the public's eyes, the media's eyes, naysayer, whatever, that they realize that one of them is going to get beat. So that's what, when you have that type of fight, you know, where you can't really, you know, you got people saying, well, if this punch lands, it's over. Then you got people saying if the punch don't land, it's Ward. And, you know, you see all the back and forth, and it's just great to see. And when you have that kind of fight in the future, in the horizon, it causes those kind of reactions. So it's already being beneficial to the fight world now. So it's going to be a great night.
Obviously, before Andre had moved up to 175, the talk in that division was between Adonis Stevenson and also SERGEY KOVALEV. But would you say that if you're taking Andre Ward out of the equation, that Kovalev is the best light heavy in the world?
You know, I have to put them on the same platform because both men are undefeated, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But what you have to consider is that Adonis Stevenson carries a big punch. He's no bum, and anything can happen in a fight. I believe Kovalev is maybe a little more fundamentally sound in the sense of pedigree, but sometimes in a professional fight, pedigree is not necessary if I carry the equalizer, you know. And when you go to knock out a puncher, you know, you're putting yourself in the line of fire also. So that's a fight that I would pay whatever they asked to sit at ringside and watch, you know. That'd be a great fight also.
I believe Adonis Stevenson has suffered a defeat in his career
I wasn't
to
sure.
Darnell Boone, I believe his name is. Is that right? Darnell Boone, which he avenged.
Warhorse.
Am I right? Yeah.
So, yeah, he lost to Darnell Boone, the Warhorse. Yeah.
Listen, either combination of those fights, but Ward Kovalev, obviously, everyone for the back end of 2016 is going to be something spectacular.
It should be. And, you know, with even Thurman and Porter coming up, that's going to be a great fight. I'll have a great seat in that one because I'll be broadcasting it. I'll be one of the analysts that night. So I'm really looking forward to that. And welterweight division being a very deep division. And if Mayweather doesn't come back, you know, everybody's packed in right now. And, you know, somebody's going to separate themselves from the pack. So it's a big year for the welterweight division, I believe, you know. And I think that those great fighters know that they're going to have to step up and answer some questions if they want to stay relevant, you know, because somebody's going to separate themselves from the pack.
Okay, Mr. Hunter, thank you very much for talking to us.
You.
And I'm sure I'll catch up with you hopefully again this week at some point.
For you.
Yeah.
You got to teach me. You got to convince me to start smoking one. What do you do? You have to have a drink with it?
I don't have to have a drink.
How did you start? Did somebody turn you on?
No, it's a story I can't really tell you on camera. It's a story I've got to tell you off camera why I'm smoking cigars. But
I already got somebody you hang with is willing to tell me. You better tell me. I'm going to ask them, and it's going to be on camera. Social media, too, right?
Yeah, it's a long, boring story, but yeah, there was actually a reason why I smoke cigars, so yeah.
I'll go with that one.
Yeah.
Whatever it was, a good reason. You seem happy doing it. And you look like you know what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Real suave and debonair, right? Okay.
All right, Virgil, thank you very much for talking to us, and we'll catch up with you soon. Best of luck for the rest of the week.
As always, my man.
Thank you very much.
Okay.